Hello guys, welcome to the channel. We will paint today some snow covered bases. We start with the standard citadel miniature base that needs to be primed black. After you primed it, leave it to dry. After the primer nearly dried, I will use the next color. It's a dark Prussian blue from Warhammer. You don't need to wait especially until the primer dried. And for this step we will not use any brushes or airbrush. We will use an ordinary sponge. Take any sponge you like, just tear it apart. Take some paint, dip it in. You can remove some excess if it's too much. And add some textures to the base. You don't need to be 100% accurate. This depends, of course, on the effect that you want to receive. Just observe your base, take your time, and add so much dark blue as you want till you're happy. For the next step, we will use some bright green from Citadel. We don't need to wait till the previous paint fully dried. We want to take advantage of the wet paint to wet blend a little bit. So take a sponge, dip it in your paint, remove the excess, and as in the previous step, dip it around the inner circle of the base. Leave the outer circle a little bit darker and dip it as long as you're happy with the result. After this step, leave it to dry. After the colors that you applied dried, we need some ice, and ice I personally will make with epoxy resin. If you do not have any at home, you can use also a glue gun with a transparent glue. It doesn't matter, just be careful and apply it to the base. But before this dry, we will add a secret ingredient that I will show you in a couple of seconds. And this is some sparkles. You will find them probably in any cosmetic store. Take a couple of and spread it over the base. Those flakes will add some texture to your eyes and some natural gloss that you can observe during the winter. If you look on the snow, it is always a little bit shiny and sparkly. After you applied the flakes, leave it to fully dry. So this is the result after the epoxy resin dried. It took a little bit longer than I expected. It was overnight. If it's still a little bit sticky, you can wash it with a little bit of soap and it would be perfectly fine. I hope you can see the little sprinkles that I added to the epoxy resin. And now let's bring on some scratches with the sandpaper. How much and how big the scratches should be, it's totally up to you. So don't hesitate and break the ice. After the scratches, we will create some real snow, and for it we need some wood glue. How much you use, it's totally up to you. We need also some baking soda. I do not have the exact proportions for it, but the end result we're looking for is some white paste with textures. I'm finished with mixing. I will now apply the snow to our base. How much you apply, it's completely up to you. Before the paste dried, we will apply our secret weapon that we applied to the ice. So again, these flakes you will find in every cosmetic shop. If you can't find it, just look in the corner where you will find some nail polish, or ask somebody who paints nails and he will tell you where to find it. And apply the flakes directly to our paste. It will add this snow natural look during a sunny winter day. If you applied a little bit too much, just shake it off. You should have a result similar to this. At this point you can leave the base to dry. The snow will dry white, it will not be transparent. If you're unsure, you can always add a little bit white to the paste. It will change nothing. You can of course add some grayish white to look more natural. This is the final result of the base. I hope you can see the little flakes in the ice and on the snow that imitates sun reflections. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Bye bye!